Hi, everybody. It's Jessica Stone at Stansberry Research, along with Bryan Beach, the editor of Stansberry's Venture Value. And we reached him in the state of Georgia, which is one of the most aggressive states to reopen the coronavirus restrictions. But Bryan, you went around and videoed your community where business is open. And what was the most surprising thing that you saw?
Yeah, we drove around yesterday looking at some local businesses, and the biggest surprise was that our local Waffle House was closed. Which for those of you who've driven through Georgia and Florida, and there's Waffle Houses everywhere, and they pride themselves on never closing. Even though our governor opened sit-down dining last week, even the Waffle Houses are still closed here in Georgia.
What did you notice about the publicly traded companies in your community?
I took a closer look at those, and it seems like these big publicly traded companies are being a little bit more cautious. The AMC Theater, a lot was made that the governor opened theaters. A lot of people thought it was a bad idea. Well, the theater owners don't have to open, and as you can see, my local AMC is closed still, as is the mall that it's attached with. General Growth Properties, one of General Growth Properties' trophy assets is this mall, still pretty much closed. In my community, the Planet Fitness is still closed. The governor said you could go back to the gym, but the Planet Fitness is still closed as well. I did notice Outback Steakhouse, owned by Bloomin' Brands, publicly traded company. They opened their dining room. Chili's, I think, did as well, although I don't have footage of that. It seems like the publicly traded restaurants are opening. Most of the other companies were not.
And then was there a difference between those companies and businesses and small businesses? Because small businesses, you could argue, have a lot more on the line.
Yeah, so it's a very small sample size, but the local nail salon opened. They chose to open, and it looked like it was empty, at least when I was walking by. There's another local hair salon at the same shopping center that closed. It had kind of an ominous sign, we're closed indefinitely. So I don't know if they're even coming back. Great Clips, which is a national franchise that's not publicly traded. My local Great Clips at that shopping center is still closed, despite the fact that they could, technically be reopened. So I think that a lot of the smaller businesses are going on a one-off basis. My local gym, which is not publicly traded but is a chain, they're still closed. So even though the governor said people can go to the gyms, the business owners are being a little more cautious.
What did you notice has to happen, essentially, to make this economically significant?
Yeah, as an investor, that's why we're going out doing this research is how are we going to write about this for our readers? When a governor opens a state, it doesn't mean that a switch flips somewhere and it's back to normal. Okay, these business owners make their own decisions as to when they want to open a business, no matter what the governor is saying. And then even after that, the customers have to make a decision. Do I want to leave my house and get my hair cut, or is that worth a risk or whatever? And when you look at the footage of that nail salon, you saw that business owner decided to open, but there was still a lot of empty chairs in there and a lot of masks by the workers. It was still not back to normal. So these governors can release restrictions, but that doesn't mean that things go back to normal immediately.
And actually, they may never go back to normal, because if we always have the risk of this virus and no vaccine, we still have to do the social distancing. And I'm just wondering how that's going to affect the profit models of some of these companies as well.
Yeah, social distancing obviously impacts things like movie theaters and airlines and stuff like that. I think we're all waiting to see how that plays out. But as you look around the salons and the hair places that we went through, I was kind of eyeballing how far apart the tables were, how far apart the chairs were. I think that they can make those business models work. The movie theaters are going to be interesting to watch for sure.
All right. Some on-the-ground market research there from Bryan Beach, editor of Venture Value. Thanks so much for joining us. And if you want to see more content just like this, subscribe to our YouTube channel, or you can join us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. That's all for now. Thanks for watching.